I've been telling you that there are so many other miracles that we can perform in this country. So every day that I wake up and something like this happens, it just confirms my suspicions about the way that we've been running our country. Just go next doors to La Côte d'Ivoire and ask them how much are they paying per kilowatt hour of electricity, and then cross over to Ghana and then ask, and you will see that there's a problem somewhere. I mean, there are so many factors when it comes to the problem. I have always said that one of our major problems has been inefficiency. Inefficiency, waste in a lot of the things that we do. A lot of it stemming from procurement. And that is why my campaign against sole sourcing is very critical. How do you determine the tariffs? Go to the details, the mechanics. The generators of power will come and say, we want to sell power to you at 200 cents per kilowatt hour because that's how much it costs us to generate power. And somebody is responsible for transmission and says that the cost of transmitting it to you is $2 because this is the infrastructure for transmission and this is how much investment I have made. Then a third person in charge of distribution comes to tell you that it costs me this much to distribute the power to you, and so these are the three components. Then they all engage in negotiations with PURC. If PURC doesn't do a thorough job of investigating the cost structure that each of them is bringing on board, what will happen is that we're going to have inefficiency factored into the cost, and the consumer is going to be made to pay for inefficiency. That is one aspect of the problem. So I believe that this reduction that we have seen, if we interrogate it, I am very confident that we might even be able to get more as consumers. And I say this because I recall being in government and in parliament when we were approving these, agreements with the generators. Sometimes we gave them a lot of tax exemptions. A lot of the equipment that they will import, the material for the construction, and etc. And I always question, well, how come we're giving these tax exemptions, sometimes running to several hundreds of millions of dollars? And the response from the experts will be that, when we're negotiating tariffs, we'll factor in these exemptions that we have given them in determining how much the consumer takes. So these exemptions will be passed on to consumers. Because I haven't been involved directly in the mechanics of determining pricing with the PURC, I don't know whether, as a fact, those huge exemptions that we granted these generators in Parliament were actually passed on to consumers. So when you say a miracle, I don't see a real miracle. I just think that whoever sat and negotiated paid attention to the details of whatever everybody was telling them in terms of what they were putting into the cost of production, the cost of transmission, and the cost of distribution. And I urge that we should even go further and interrogate the figures. I believe that consumers can pay a lot less than they are actually paying now. The second